What if I told you the supplement industry has been lying to your face? For decades, pre-workouts have been promoted as the golden supplement to give you a competitive edge in the gym, push more weight for longer without draining muscular fatigue. But you might be shocked to learn the truth. A recent study from the University of Texas found high-dose caffeine-based supplements, especially those with over 300 milligrams per serving, are silently sabotaging your gains in the gym. I know, it's a harsh reality check. But once you read through the fine print, the study shows it can shut down your body's muscle-building pathways by up to 53%. That's right, the very supplement you take to maximize your gym performance could be cutting your results in half. And let's be honest, you've already been feeling it, haven't you? The initial buzz that quickly fades mid-workout, the need to constantly increase your dosage as your body builds a tolerance, the post-workout crash that leaves you drained for hours, and the frustrating plateaus in your physique despite putting in consistent work at the gym. You're not alone. Thousands of serious lifters have been unknowingly sabotaging their own progress with every scoop they take. But here's where it gets interesting. While most gym-goers continue to chug their caffeine-loaded pre-workouts, an elite group of athletes and bodybuilders have discovered a completely different approach to pre-workout supplementation. These high performers aren't experiencing the jitters, crashes, or disappointments that come with conventional pre-workouts. Instead, they're enjoying sustained, clean energy that powers them through their entire workout. Enhanced mental focus without the anxiety or feeling scatterbrained. Skin-ripping pumps and vascularity from the first set to the last. And most importantly, maximum muscle protein synthesis, ensuring that every rep contributes to real growth. Just listen to a few lifters who have experienced these shocking results. I used to down 2 scoops of my old pre-workout just to feel something, says Jason, a natural bodybuilder who made the switch. Now I'm lifting heavier than ever, recovering faster, and finally seeing changes in the mirror that I haven't seen in years. Then there's Michael, who said, being an avid weightlifter, I was skeptical, but I've noticed increased muscle growth and experienced less fatigue after. This pre-workout allows me to push my limits with every session. I highly recommend it. Jason and Michael put in the work, and this formula helped them take their training to the next level. While many lifters are seeing incredible changes, your results will depend on your effort and consistency. But if you'd like to join them, keep listening, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the science-backed pre-workout formula that changed the game for serious athletes and lifters who want real results, not just a temporary energy kick. My name is McAlee. After 17 years of researching performance nutrition, I've uncovered the truth about what really drives muscle growth and how most conventional pre-workouts ignore the consumer's physical benefit from their products, while happily draining your wallet for their own financial gain. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another supplement. It's a science-based pre-workout matrix that is formulated to enhance your body's natural muscle-building processes around the clock, instead of working against it. This is a real game changer for men and women who've tried caffeinated or caffeine-free pre-workouts without getting the results they were promised, and crave that powerful energy boost to help them crush their workouts and reach their fitness goals faster. And this mission isn't just professional, it's personal. See, in 2014, my life changed forever after I suffered from a herniated disc that left me in constant, agonizing pain so intense I couldn't even tie my own shoes. My doctor prescribed me opioids just to get through the worst of it. Those first few pills felt like a miracle. My pain dissolved immediately and I finally felt normal again. But within weeks, my body built a tolerance. One pill wasn't enough anymore. Before I knew it, I was downing 4 to 6 every 2 hours. My once steady relief turned into a full-blown addiction that nearly destroyed my entire life. For 2 years, I fought that crippling addiction. 2 years of barely recognizing the man in the mirror. That's when it hit me like a freight train. What you put in your body can either nourish you or send your health spiraling out of control. This profound realization didn't just free me from addiction, it fundamentally changed how I analyze everything we put in our mouths, especially supplements and their effects on our bodies, and ultimately led me to a terrifying epiphany about pre-workouts you need to hear. See, when I finally reclaimed my health and returned to training clients, I noticed something that sent chills down my spine. My clients who regularly used pre-workouts were showing the exact same patterns I had experienced on opioids. They were fidgety, on edge, and scatterbrained. They'd crash midway through sessions, their performance plummeting right when they should be pushing their hardest. And most alarming of all, building a tolerance. So they constantly needed to add extra scoops to their shakers just to feel the same kick. It was like watching my own addiction story play out again, just with a different substance. That's when I knew I had to dig deeper. I spent months combing through scientific research, peer-reviewed journals, speaking with biochemists, even connecting with elite sports medicine specialists at the top training facilities in the world. Eventually, I came across a tucked-away research article from the University of Texas that changed everything I thought I knew about pre-workouts. These researchers found a caffeine dose of 300 milligrams or more, consumed within 30 minutes, creates what scientists call vascular gridlock, constricting your veins and stopping critical blood flow from the heart to the muscles by up to 53%. Now let me show you what happens to your gains and possibly even your health when your veins experience vascular gridlock. Imagine you just finished a heavy set of squats, your legs are taxed, your muscle fibers torn, and now your body wants to start the repair process by sending nutrients to those torn muscle fibers. But there's one major problem. If you consume 300 milligrams or more of caffeine within 30 minutes of your workout, there's a good chance your circulatory system is seized by vascular gridlock, squeezing shut the flow of nutrient-rich blood to your muscles by at least 50%, and you don't even know it. Think of it like this. You know when you grab a garden hose and squeeze it halfway shut, water barely trickles through to your plants. Those plants, starved of the water they need, can't grow and thrive to their full potential. This is exactly what happens to your muscles during vascular gridlock. Your tissues are starving because the vital muscle repairing nutrients your body desperately needs delivered are restricted, which means your muscular development and recovery are essentially cut off. Bottom line, if you want to make real visible gains in the gym, you must maximize, not restrict, the flow of nourishing blood to your muscles. This is not my opinion. The Journal of Physical Fitness Sports Medicine confirms that blood flow volume is linked to muscle protein synthesis, both during and after training. And the American Journal of Physiology suggests that the combination of increasing blood flow and amino acid availability provides an anabolic stimulus to the muscle. The findings from these researchers are crystal clear. Muscle protein synthesis is activated by a strong, nutrient-rich flow of blood to the muscles. But when you suffer from vascular gridlock caused by excessive amounts of caffeine, it squeezes shut your blood flow, robbing you of your recovery and muscle building potential. That means all the hard work you put in, every rep, every set, every drop of sweat, simply isn't translating into the muscle growth you crave. Now let me be very clear, I'm not anti-caffeine. Without a doubt, caffeine is the world's most powerful natural stimulant on the market today to enhance performance in the gym. However, when dosed incorrectly or abused, as most pre-workout supplement companies do, it comes at a steep price. Not just to your gains at the gym, your overall health is affected too. Think about it. When you have vascular gridlock and the veins carrying nutrient-rich blood are squeezed tight, your blood can't reach your other vital organs like your kidneys, liver, adrenal glands, brain, and more. So is it really any surprise a 2019 study led by a Mayo Clinic researcher reported that 54% of pre-workout consumers reported side effects like nausea, skin tingling, and a racing heart? Maybe you've even experienced this yourself. Now you might be thinking, could a high dose of caffeine really hold back my gains? Or even worse, my health? Consider this. Caffeine has a 6-hour half-life, which means a high dose of caffeine can cause at least 6 hours of blood flow restriction, affecting you long after you racked your last weight and went home. Even 12 hours later, a quarter of it remains in your system. So if you consumed an excessive amount of caffeine in the evening before your workout, you could be starving your muscles of the nutrient-rich blood it needs until the early hours of the next morning. So if too much caffeine is the problem, then what dose should you take to enhance your gym performance? Well, remember that Texas study we talked about earlier. After running multiple tests, analyzing their data carefully, researchers found that a caffeine dose of up to 200 milligrams is the sweet spot to avoid the vascular gridlock effect and the restriction to your blood flow. Now, before you rush off to Whole Foods or search Amazon for a 200 milligram caffeine supplement, you should know that most caffeine supplements on the market are loaded with cheap fillers and preservatives hidden behind a label you can barely read. Even more important, through my research, I uncovered that it's not just about the right dose of caffeine. It's about pairing it with the right nutrients to truly maximize gym performance, sustain energy levels, and fuel real muscle growth. Turns out there's just 5 nutrients that work synergistically with caffeine to supercharge your workouts. Let's start with the anhydrous form of caffeine, the cleanest, purest source of caffeine from God's green earth. It's rapidly absorbed in just 15 minutes, contains no gunk, chemical impurities, or fillers like most caffeine sources, and helps you attack the gym, burning with determination. Even on those days you're struggling to drag yourself off the couch. But if you want that initial energy jolt from the caffeine to last long after you get home from the gym, then you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear that the next ingredient is ginseng. And it pairs perfectly with caffeine anhydrous because they balance each other out. Meaning, if you're caffeine sensitive, this pairing will give you the energy jolt you need without the jitters or crashes. The reason why is because ginseng replenishes two critical neurotransmitters, dopamine and serotonin, that caffeine releases from your brain. The science backs it up too. In a 2020 animal study, the journal Frontiers in Cellular Neuroscience showed ginseng had a profound impact on raising the levels of serotonin in the brain. This serotonin boost also explains why, in one meta-analysis involving over 630 participants, researchers confirmed the consumption of ginseng led to a 31.2% reduction in mental fatigue. Even more remarkable, another randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled study led by a team of Korean researchers took 90 people, split them into two groups. One received ginseng and the other a placebo. After 24 weeks, those who took ginseng showed a 102% increase in working memory compared to the placebo group. Imagine that. With ginseng by your side, you'll feel alert and driven to crush your workouts. Next, my research revealed L-tyrosine. It's an amino acid that works as a precursor to the production of norepinephrine and dopamine, meaning it can jumpstart your nervous system and kick your focus into high gear. In fact, L-tyrosine is so powerful, the US military gave it to field soldiers to help them cope under extreme stress. And the science backs it up. In a double-blind study published by the Frontiers in Behavioral Neuroscience, researchers gave L-tyrosine to 22 participants and observed a remarkable improvement in mental performance. Processing speed increased by 8.3%, focus improved by 31.4%, and decision-making abilities under pressure shot up by 38.5%. Bottom line, L-tyrosine will shift your mind into high gear so you can focus on pushing your hardest. The next nutrient is beetroot powder. This nutrient is a powerful nitric oxide booster, helping to speed up muscle growth and deliver shirt-popping pumps. And that's because it increases blood flow to the muscles like nothing else. In an animal study, Kansas University found that 5 days of beetroot supplementation increased blood flow to muscles by 37%. And in another study published in 2020 by the journal Physiological Reports, researchers gave 16 participants beetroot juice and after 18 days saw a 22% increase in time to exhaustion. That means their muscles became more efficient, allowing them to train longer before burning out. Not only that, the oxygen efficiency of their muscles improved by 7%, so their bodies needed less effort to perform at the same intensity. That means beetroot powder is a must-have if you want to build your dream physique faster. Then there's beta-alanine. This nutrient can increase the level of carnosine in your muscles up to 80% in just 10 weeks. This matters because carnosine helps flush out lactic acid from your muscles so you can push every rep, every set, at maximum intensity with less muscular fatigue. Next up is hyaluronic acid. This nutrient is typically found in a lot of anti-aging supplements because of its skin revitalizing benefits. But the reason I recommend it for a pre-workout is because it can help repair the wear and tear in your joints caused by intense lifting or running. In one double-blind international study published in 2020, researchers gave 60 people hyaluronic acid, and over 56 days, their joint pain was soothed by 38.8%, while joint mobility improved by 5.8%. Plus, it has another secret benefit. The University of Ottawa discovered that it triggers a muscle repair signal that instructs your muscles to begin the repair process. That means this nutrient can help accelerate your muscle recovery, reduce post-workout stiffness, and help you get back to the gym faster. Now, I know that was a lot of science to take in, but it's important you understand just how profound an impact these nutrients can have on supporting your pre-workout. After seeing all the research behind these nutrients myself, I knew I had to get them in the hands of my clients and people like you. So I contacted a company called Trumeta, who could produce this pre-workout formula at the highest quality possible. After much back and forth, we agreed to partner up, and now I'm proud to present to you Trumeta Pre-Workout. It's the world's first optimally dosed pre-workout formula designed to deliver explosive energy that lasts the whole day, provide laser-sharp focus to help you crush through your workouts effortlessly, and most importantly, dial up your muscle growth potential, so gains come even faster. All it takes is one scoop of Trumeta Pre-Workout before your workout to experience these incredible results. It's that powerful. Trumeta Pre-Workout is manufactured in an FDA-registered facility right here in the US. That means it contains no cheap fillers, chemicals, or additives. In fact, what you see on the label is what you get inside. Bottom line, Trumeta Pre-Workout is the ultimate gym performance enhancer. It comes in a delicious lemon fruit punch flavor that mixes well and has none of that cough syrup taste. Nothing comes even close to the clean, sustainable energy surge and muscle-building potential Trumeta Pre-Workout has to offer.